Hello, future engineers, and I have fixed my audio. Should sound a lot better. So we are on to part 2 in OnShape Practice 2, Hedgehog. Now this part is going to require 3 sketches. We're going to do it in 3 sketches. Maybe just 2. I'll see how I'm feeling. So this one right here, I'm going to start with this first just cube shape. We're going to do a 1.5 by 2 cube that extrudes back 2. So let's just get that started. So I'm going to go over to OnShape. I'll hit my plus down in the bottom right corner, and we are going to call this one Hedgehog because that is what I named it. All right, so now in Hedgehog, I am going to start a 2D sketch on my front plane, view that plane to normal, grab a rectangle and drag that out. Then we can throw in our dimensions. Over here we have a dimension of 2 and then a height of 1.5. So now that I have that all modeled out, I can finish that sketch, and I am going to extrude my sketch 1, and that dimension is a depth of 2. So I will finish that all up, and I've got my shape there. Now I don't need any of these references anymore. I just need this cube. All right, so let's see how we can get that notch out of the cube. So when I look over here, I want to get this smaller cube subtracted out of here. So what it looks like is that this cube, if I'm reading the dimensions correctly, is 1 inch by 1 inch, and it extrudes a depth of 1.5. You see the difference between 2 and 0.5 over here. We have a difference of 1.5. So we extrude back a 1 by 1 cube, a distance of 1.5. All right, let's go back into our drawing. So I am going to start a sketch on this face. So I'll select the face and then choose my sketching tools. View that normal to plane. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different because I want to show constraints. One, I'm going to take a rectangle and I'll draw a rectangle over here. And then I am going to dimension just one side of those rectangle to a distance of 1. So I have 1 dimension here. Now, without dimension selected, I'm going to select all 4 of these lines, and I am going to say that they are equal. Boom, it pops in, all of the ones are there. Now, we are going to use my absolute favorite constraint. I am going to select this corner over here and this corner, and I am going to choose my coincident constraint, meaning that those corners occur in the same spot. Boom, it's fully constrained. I only needed 1 dimension and 2 constraints, an equal constraint and a coincident constraint, to completely draw that. It's fantastic. That's why using constraints saves time. All right, so I'm gonna hit the check over here. I will go to my isometric so I can view this a little better, and I'm going to extrude that face. We want to remove, and we are removing that distance of 1.5. Cool. All right, so I'm going to show this part in 2 ways. One, with doing another sketch, or actually, yeah, I'm just going to do it by doing another sketch. So I am going to start a sketch on this face because I want to subtract out that hole that we saw earlier. The hole is a diameter of 0.5. Diameter of 0.5. So we want to subtract that hole out of our shape. So let's go over here. We'll start a sketch, and then we'll view normal to plane. I am going to take a circle, throw the center point over here, and then drag this out. Go into my dimension tools and dimension that. You can see it's already recognizing that it's a circle, so it's in a diameter. That diameter was 0.5. Cool. So now we need to worry about the positioning. Let's see if there are any dimensions that are connected to that circle. Right there, we have a line that goes right to the center point. That's what those lines mean. And it's 0.5 and 0.5 from each of those edges. So now we can go back into here and let's throw in those dimensions. So I'm going to go from the center to the outside, and this dimension over here is 0.5. And then from the center to the top line is also a dimension of 0.5. Cool. So now that that's done, I will finish my sketch by hitting that check, go to my isometric view, and I want to extrude. Now it's a little hard to see that gray circle, so if I want, I can just hit my sketch 3, and it's a little bit more precise. I like to use that. I'm just going to remove the entire entity. Even if you remove past it, it's okay. It's still that subtractive method. So I will click over there, and boom, we have finished Hedgehog. Nice and easy. All right, let's check and see if you got it. So with that selected, we should get a volume of 4.402 and a surface area of 20.393. All right, that was a nice quick tutorial. I'll talk to you later. Peace.